Well, it was a day of celebration for the BJP as the party regained control of Delhi's 3 newly formed municipal corporations, the second consecutive win for the party in Delhi's civic elections. The party which led a strong anti-corruption campaign against the Congress. This is the final tally as we know it so far. The BJP has got 148 out of the 272, there's 138, not 148, 138 seats, which is down 26 from last time. The Congress has got 78. You can see the comparisons there between the two. There seems to be some discrepancy though in this graphic and the one we just played out before that. We'll just try and change that. If we could revert to the first graphic, please, and show our viewers. All right, some confusion there because the final results are still coming in. But the big question is, will these elections have any impact on the Delhi Assembly polls as the BJP claims? We'll bring you the final numbers right after this.
In the end, the BJP managed quite a celebration, courtesy a great performance in North Delhi and a reasonable one in the other two municipal corporations in East and South Delhi. The Congress made some gains, but not enough to prevent a BJP victory. The Congress's campaign was led by senior ministers as well as the Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit, who pushed for the trifurcation of Delhi into 3 civic bodies. The capital will now have 3 mayors.
The Congress thought that trifurcation of the MCD would get them some political advantage. Perhaps it hasn't worked.
It has failed completely. Because after all, it's the same city, it's the same sentiments, it's the same people.
Those in the BJP saying that this victory is like winning a semi-final match, given that assembly elections in Delhi are due next year. There is a lesson from the past. In 2007, the BJP won the then undivided municipal corporation of Delhi from the Congress in a spectacular fashion, but went on to lose the Delhi Assembly elections in 2008 in a very, very bad manner.
इस परिस्थिति में हम एक सशक्त विकल्प है. ये पॉजिटिव आत्मविश्वास और मनोबल इस चुनाव में बढ़ा है.
The impact of the MCD election results is quite visible here at the Delhi Congress office. This office has been wearing a deserted look all day. Not a single party leader present here, only a handful of party workers hanging around, looking extremely crestfallen and wondering what went wrong for the party. The BJP had been claiming this election would be a referendum on the Sheila Dikshit government, with corruption and price rise being the primary issues.
People always vote separately for local elections, for Delhi government.
The day, however, clearly belonged to the BJP, and party workers made sure their celebrations were huge. In New Delhi, with Alok Pandey and Bureau Inputs, Neha Khanna for NDTV.
So let's just look at the tally as we know it until now. 148 is what it is for the BJP as against 164 the last time. And for the Congress, 71 against 67. That's just the overall picture. It's become much more complicated because it's now been trifurcated, the MCD. But it's really not what we're going to focus on. This debate tonight really isn't about the Delhi polls. But as the BJP sweeps those elections, was this a vote against corruption, as the BJP says? And what is the long-term impact of this going to be for the Delhi Assembly elections that are due next year, and also perhaps for national politics? Joining us tonight on the program, we have Union Minister Dr. Ashwini Kumar. We have the BJP's national spokesperson Siddharth Nath Singh. We have the Delhi BJP spokesperson Sanjay Kaul. Also with us tonight, we have Kiran Bedi, member of Team Anna. Anna Hazare has also spoken out on the results a short while ago, saying that the reason why the Congress has not done well is because the Jan Lokpal bill was not passed, and that this is a vote clearly against the Congress party. And we have the political editor of the Hindustan Times, Mr. Vinod Sharma. Let me first ask Mr. Ashwini Kumar. Mr. Kumar, you know, what would you say today to the BJP president who has claimed that this election today and this result today is reflective of a larger anti-Congress sentiment? What would you say to that?
Well, I certainly don't agree with that. There's certainly not a larger anti-Congress sentiment. We wouldn't have won Uttarakhand, we wouldn't have won the other state assembly elections. The Maharashtra, out of all the states, we couldn't have won if it were on account of an anti-corruption or an anti-Congress, anti-Congress feeling. There certainly is an anti-corruption feeling in the country. It is a national issue. We've always said it is. It cannot be discounted. But why we did not do as well in Delhi as we had expected, we still have to enter into that analysis. It's too early for that. But I wish all the best to the BJP. This is their moment of joy and celebration. They have won. They deserve my congratulations. But let me also make it very clear. The fact remains that BJP has declined from past time, where the Congress has gained compared to the past. We've also increased our vote share. So therefore, what went into the voters' mind at what stage, in what constituency, to what extent, is a function of entering into the mental processes of the electorate. I think that's an impossibility. But I think as a general proposition to say that this election result is a symbol of anti-Congressism is clearly incorrect, and I dispute this.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news in your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.